Hey guys, my name is SiggyBOT1 and welcome back to Let's All Play Kirby's Adventure. I am joined today with...
Alright, greetings and salutations. My name is Comicfire and I'm here with Sickaby.
Yep, sure are, and we're gonna do Grape Garden today.
Woo!
I like grapes.
I was about to say, they're definitely among my favorite fruits.
Yes, Kirby, if anything Kirby does is right, it's food stuff.
I would hope so, considering that's his whole kind of gimmick.
Yeah, eating everything in sight, even if it's not really food. Like this laser ball guy.
What are you talking about? Lasers are my favorite food.
Laser... I thought grapes were your favorite food, you're lying to me.
Now grapes are my favorite fruits. There are various different kinds of foods.
Nobody told me that. Okay, anyway, tradition for this project alone, I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. First of all, how did you get your username? 2, what's been going on in your channel as of late? Or just as recently as you can say. And number 3, what's your experience with the Kirby franchise?
Alright, I got my name from... I honestly just made it up randomly. It was, I didn't want to go on a field trip in 7th grade, so I just stayed home. And at that point, I just made my first email address, so I was like, yeah, let's sign up for all the websites. So I tried to, come up with names that would work on YouTube, and everything I wanted was taken, so I just threw 2 random words together and got Comicfire.
Comicfire. So
And then, I used the term, well, the other name Symphon as well to make Comicfire Symphon, and that one's because my name is Adam,
yeah.
And in 8th grade, me and my friends were trying to come up with cool nicknames for each other, so I'm like, yeah, let's go with A Major, because that's not stupid. And I kept screwing it up and calling myself A Minor, so I'm like, alright, let's go with Symphony, and my friend's like, oh, that's really gay, and back then that actually mattered. And I'm like, alright, let's just shorten that and go to Symphon, and that stuck.
In middle school, being called gay is the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah, and then, you know, like, 3 weeks later you start high school and none of it actually matters.
Pretty much, except I'm in college now, and I know you're either in college now or beyond that.
Yeah, I actually just started my first day of my sophomore year of college.
Oh, me too. Well, actually, that's tomorrow for me.
Well.
Well, whatever.
Alright, and with my channel, I'm right about to finish up my Digital Devil Saga LP. I've got actually the rest of it totally uploaded, just 1 a day, scheduled and whatnot.
I gotcha.
And after that, I'm gonna begin a new series, obviously, but I'm not going to say what it is quite yet.
Yeah, I want to keep it a surprise, I get it.
And, what was the 3rd question again?
What's your experience with the Kirby franchise?
Yes, my first game was Nightmare in Dreamland for the Game Boy.
Mine too.
It's a good starting point.
Yeah, it is. It's this game, but it's got the hats and the better graphics and the more mini-games, but this is the one that I have, so I just went with this one over the remake.
I didn't actually realize it was, well, Nightmare in Dreamland was a remake until Brawl opened my eyes towards it.
Yeah, me neither. Because I didn't know what an NES was until, like, middle school.
I'd heard, I don't want to say legends, but I'd heard stories about the earlier systems. The earliest I'd known about for the longest time was the Super Nintendo.
The earliest I'd known was Nintendo 64, and I didn't even have that.
Well, all of my friends had Super Nintendos, and I don't think I actually owned a home console besides the PS2 until 2007.
Wow.
Then Amazing Mirror is my favorite for sure.
Yeah, Amazing Mirror is great, and I give that one the nickname Kirby Troidvania, because it's like...
Oh, definitely.
It's like Metroidvania, definitely.
Then I went on to Squeak Squad, which I didn't like half as much, and then I just sort of dropped the franchise. I was gonna go with Superstar Ultra, but...
Superstars... I've never played Ultra, but Superstar's good.
I'm gonna say a few of my friends played Superstar and loved it, but I just didn't get into it, and then I never bothered with the series after that.
Too segmented?
A little bit.
I guess I can see that, but many people do consider that their favorite. Personally, my favorites...
definitely.
My favorite's either this one or Triple Deluxe on the 3DS.
I was about to say, Triple Deluxe looked fun. I got it for my girlfriend for our anniversary this year, and she loved it.
That's good. Gonna blow everything up.
Kaboom!
Bye-bye, Puppy Bros Senior. Oh wait, that's right, he didn't die this time. In this game, it's always weird when you're fighting 2 Puppy Bros Seniors, you kill one of them and you get their crash power, but you use it and it doesn't kill the other one.
Let me use your brother against you.
Yes.
It's kind of a twisted.
Oh, it's Kirby. And
I'm
Kirby,
about to say,
it may look cute, but it's definitely twisted.
he is the super tough pink buff, with all that implies.
Yeah, well...
Murder.
I think people... Yeah, murder. He murders innocent creatures, just like in that one Sonic for Hire video.
I don't think I really got too far into Sonic for Hire.
I just marathoned it towards the end of my freshman year of college, and it was weird. I can't really say it was funny as a whole, but it had its
I
moments.
enjoyed the sprite work.
Yeah, it reminded me a lot of College Humor, and for a while I couldn't believe that College Humor weren't the ones who made it.
Yeah.
It's some company named Lowbrow or something like that.
Yeah, they did. I think they work with Dorkly or something, because their sprite work is very similar.
Yeah. Especially with Mario, because the style that they use for Mario is not in any of the other... I mean, any of the Mario games, so it's definitely custom.
Yeah. I think it's the same for, I don't know about the Sonic, but at
Sonic?
least the facial expressions, I'd say.
And I went...
Oof.
Yeah. The Sonic one actually looked pretty similar to his Genesis appearances, so... Except for the third one.
Well...
Yes, I'm sucking...
Oh, jeez.
Yes, I'm sucking it up here, I'm sorry. Well, I sucked it up, because this is in the past.
Well...
Yeah.
I don't know, these, sort of stages in games, like the whole pushing you along when sort of thing, like in Mega Man Zero 2, they did something similar, and I was pretty awful at that as well.
Yeah, it sucks. It's basically auto-scrolling, but it's auto-scrolling like you can kind of fight.
Yeah, and then fighting it doesn't really work out as well as you'd like.
Nah. But it works here because it's on an airship. I think there was a similar level in Sonic 2 that I remember quite well.
Should probably get around to playing that game one day.
I tried playing Sonic 3. No, I think I beat Sonic 3, but I didn't beat Sonic and Knuckles because I didn't like the first level, so I didn't.
Yeah, they say, you gotta put your best foot forward in, like, music and games. If you're not gonna catch the viewer or listener from the beginning, you got a problem.
Yeah.
I'll defend Final Fantasy XIII till the day I die, but I will admit it does have a slow beginning.
Final Hallway 13.
I love it so much.
I've heard it does have its fans, and yeah, I actually missed the switch in this level, so I redo a little bit of it. Sorry.
Yeah, so it happens.
Yeah. This is the
Gotta get that 100% completion.
Yeah, and it's not really that hard to get in this one, except for one particular switch. I think it's in level 5, where... Well, I'll get to it when I get to it, and if you want to know which one, it's the one that... You need a hammer to get it, but you can't get a hammer in the level, so...
So you screw up once, you gotta go all the way back.
Because in this game, getting hit once makes you lose a power, but in some of the other games, you have a bit of a mercy setting, like, you can hit like 2 or 3 times and still keep your power, depending on how big the blow is. All that for a museum. I don't even remember what was in the museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Yes, it does. Sleep and ball. And just for fun, I just wanted to show off what sleep did. Makes go to sleep.
Narcolepsy!
Third Eye Blind had a song called Narcolepsy, and it was awesome.
Say, I loved how in Amazing Mirror you could, no, not Amazing Mirror, Squeak Squad. The one thing I loved about that was the ability to upgrade your powers.
I've heard about that.
And then sleep would, instead of being totally useless, it would heal you a bit.
Yeah, I heard about that too, which is cool. Squeak Squad is actually the only Kirby game, the main series Kirby game I haven't played, so... Unless you count remakes, in which case I haven't played Superstar Ultra either, so,
Well, Squeak Squad was okay, I guess. It was just
I heard
really easy.
I heard it was basic Kirby. It didn't really have that many gimmicks, like Canvas Curse. It had the drawing the pathway with the rainbows. Mass Attack, you have an army of Kirbys. Epic Yarn, you're made of yarn.
Well.
Yeah.
I don't really... Was Mass Attack even really that popular? I can't really remember anyone talking about it.
I don't know.
It's like I heard it existed, and then I never heard about it after that.
Yeah, well, I played it. It was fun, but around the same time, Return to Dreamland on the Wii was actually coming out, so that one overshadowed it. And also Skyrim and Skyward Sword, which were also
Wow.
coming out at the time. So,
Skyward Sword is my favorite Kirby game.
It's not a Kirby game. Skyrim's a Kirby game, right?
Definitely.
Foosro Poyo! And I screw up this part.
Oof.
It's supposed to outrun the explosion, but I missed it.
I remember this one giving me a bit of a hassle and
No, it's not a Switch though,
Nightmare.
so yeah, it was a hard one. It's not a Switch though, so I didn't really have to redo it, which is fine by me.
gotta get that one up.
Gotta get that one up, and seriously though, because I do die a lot past this point in the project, I think. This guy does not take too kindly to tires, he just picks them up.
Oof.
What is... I don't like this. In all honesty, I don't like this mini-boss. Mini-boss is so hard, and he doesn't even give you a good power for defeating him.
I'll say I don't think I remember this guy.
You get throw from him, and you still suck stuff, and you throw it. You can throw it in, like, 2 different directions afterwards, and it doesn't really have that much practical use. And I think it only appears in this game.
What to say? Oh, now I remember the power.
Yeah, it's pretty much only useful here. In this one room that is designed to use it.
The best kind of gimmick, the one that really has one use.
The Dominion Rod in Twilight Princess.
Really everything in Twilight Princess.
Well, I like the spinner, even.
Well, I think the spinner would have been cooler if it was used for, like, fast travel and not just, yay, I'm on it, whoops, too slow, let go.
Okay. Yeah, you do make a point.
Love Twilight Princess to death, too.
Yeah, I like Twilight Princess a lot as well.
Oh yeah, hyper mode.
Yes, I just gotta love Meta Knight giving you candy. He gives you trouble in Brawl, but to make up for it, he gives you candy here.
You take candy from a stranger and you get invincible from it.
He's about to be not a stranger pretty soon, though. Actually, he's the boss of level 6, but who cares? Boss of level 4 is Krako, which is also a very iconic Kirby boss.
Man, Krakow.
He is a very cool-looking boss.
He gave me probably the most trouble out of any boss in this game besides the final boss.
I always found the Sun and the Moon not to be the hardest in this game, but yeah, Krako can be difficult as well.
I think the only way I ever beat him, even later when I'd play it again, was with Tornado.
Tornado. Yeah, Tornado and High Jump are the abilities you want to use against Krako in this game. And I don't think either of them are available in too many of the later games.
Yeah, I don't really remember High Jump making an appearance in
I think
a ton of games, actually.
Sonic games have High Jump. Well, they have the spring, that's Sonic's up B.
Essentially. Doom.
Yes, Fireball. And Fire...
Yeah!
They have Fireball and Breathing Fire being different abilities in this game. They changed that in later games. I always found it to be weird in this one, though.
Yeah, it was the first one I got used to, so when they ended up combining them later, I was like, whoa, what is this? I just want
This is
to
too complicated
dash.
for me. Superstar sucks. It's too complicated.
How dare those Super Nintendo games be different?
How dare they have 4 face buttons and trigger buttons?
What's this X and Y crap? Maybe it's all I needed back in the day.
Yeah. When I was your age, we paused using the start button, not the X button.
Back in my day, the select button actually did something.
It worked the menus, but now you have the D-pad for that. You're spoiled.
I can't remember the last time select actually did anything in a game.
Yeah, me neither, actually.
They just got rid of it on the PS4 controller.
Oh, right, they did. I think. And a lot of DS games tend to use X to pause and Y for what Select would do if Select did anything anymore.
Yeah, even with, I think it's, no, I'm mistaken. I was gonna say, 3DS Virtual Console games, Y would act as Select, but it acts as Start.
No, oh, okay. Sometimes I think it acts, like Y acts as a B button or
I think it might be on a game-to-game basis, because I do know for the Oracles it would bring up the map,
right.
which would be what Start would do.
I've needed to do my second playthroughs of the Oracle games for a while now. I played Seasons first and then Ages, so now I gotta play Ages first and then Seasons.
Yeah, that's what I ended up doing.
I
I actually recently beat Ages for the first time. It's the first Zelda game I beat without a guide.
Well, that's actually a big accomplishment considering how guide-worthy a lot of the Zeldas are, even the later ones.
Yeah, well, I haven't played Skyward Sword yet, so at least I'll give that a shot.
That one's pretty polarizing, but I like it a lot.
I've had a copy. I bought my copy in 2011, and I still haven't opened it.
Yeah. Well, I will give it this. It has probably the best story that any Zelda game has had.
It's probably not saying too much.
Yeah, but it's still pretty good. And people are saying, motion controls suck, blah, 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 but they work pretty well for me. I mean...
I'm about to say, motion controls they're okay with me, at least.
Yeah, you can... And I do find myself having to calibrate them from time to time, but after I do that, it's no big deal. Unless there's something wrong with my controller or my sensor bar, in which case I gotta fix that. And I'm actually doing a 6-heart run of that game in hero mode, and it is hard when you do.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
hero mode.
Yeah, because in hero mode, no hearts will appear unless you get a certain item in your pouch, and I have opted not to use that item. And bad thing about that is I actually have 3 pieces of heart, so if I collect another one by accident, I'm screwed.
Oof.
Except I can just soft restart.
Yeah, but like losing any kind of progress always bites.
It does. Like when I was doing a 3-heart run of Ocarina of Time, I was fighting the boss of Jabu Jabu's Belly, and I can't even remember what the name is.
I think it's a Barinade.
Barinade, yeah. And twice in a row, after beating him, I walked into the heart container.
Oh.
So I had to beat him 3 times before I was done with that place.
Jeez. Really liked that dungeon.
Yeah, it's a very clever dungeon, but it can also be very annoying. I mean,
yeah, at least it's a lot better than the one in Oracle of Ages. Holy crap.
That's the one with the mermaid stuff.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I died pretty much immediately here, because...
Gotta love Krakow.
You made the floor disappear. Crap. But I have you.
Oh, whoops, I was standing on that.
What's the matter, Kirby? You can float.
Need some solid ground first. Can't jump in midair, who do you think I am? Crash Bandicoot.
Or, well, actually, most characters in Smash Bros. As well.
Well, yeah.
And double jump is actually a pretty common trope for PlayStation games, at least I think. I actually don't have that much experience with PlayStation games.
I grew up with a PS2, so I got, PS2 and a Game Boy.
Yeah.
So, covered my bases pretty well, I'd say.
I grew up with GameCube.
I wanted a GameCube so bad for games that I realize now I probably wouldn't have liked very much. Like a Pokemon Channel.
I had Pokemon Channel, and it was fine for a little kid's game, but
yeah.
It lacks depth. Severely. But why beat Krakow? He's not that bad.
I have to say, that would definitely look a lot easier than I remember it being as a kid.
Yeah. Suck on the levels, do well on the boss, climb up the mountain.
Yogurt Yard!
Yep, that's the next episode. Hold on.
Oh yeah, this one's almost over. Jeez, it didn't even seem like 18 minutes.
Yeah, but that's what it is. And thank you for watching this episode of Let's All Play Kirby's Adventure. And thank you, Adam/Comicfire, for coming on.
Thanks for having me on.
Alright, see you next episode for Yogurt Yard.
Fare thee well, fellas.